All right. Welcome back, everybody, to another match of Hippo Cup here. I believe we are in what, quarterfinals, semifinals? I forget sometimes. But we got both the teams in the lobby here, getting our rolls through, and I'm doing a little bit of emergency reffing, so pardon me if I'm a little bit silent here as I get through the bands at the least. So it looks like Land Shark, captain for meowing Line, does win out the role here. We'll be going with the second ban. So it's going to be giving Gort the opportunity for a first or second pick. See what they go through. And yeah, we have a match with meowing versus Gort. And yeah, I'm your caster here for today. I believe Dio should be hopping, maybe, hopefully. Don't want to do this all alone. Get very lonely here in the caster's booth here. And just waiting on the captain from Gort to decide first or second pick, and they go with first pick, so that gives them first pick and ban. So, yep. I kind of forgot what these what's the skill set makeup of these two teams are, if I'm being quite honest. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Gort's gonna be better on mechanics, and Meowing Simulator is gonna be better on a lot of the control picks, if I remember correctly, along with some of the gimme curse type stuff. And although not mechanics, do see the Hard Rock 1 ban from coming out of Gort. And yep, gonna get a Meowing Simulator first ban here. It is AB. I believe this is best out of 13. Yep, it is best out of 13. Each team gets 6 picks in total if we make it that far. So yeah, and it's a 4v4 team size 9. So expect a get pretty comfortable here, because you know these are where matches typically get pretty long. But enjoy the red hot chili peppers until we get our ban here from Meowing Simulator. You said if Meowing Simulator is supposed to be the more control focused team, I can see something like speed. I saw Fremont 3 is Gorsha at 237 BPM, so that might get banned. Obviously, really, most of the DTs could potentially get banned here. See what DTs look like. Yeah, we have a 297 DT4. Don't know if that's quite tapping or not, but they do ban it anyway, so 294 BPM map is gonna be out of here. Pretty sure we had maps like 300 BPM that were tapping, so it surprised me if DT4 was a tapping map. And we get an instant no mod 1, just banning out all the aim maps here from Gort. So it goes Hard Rock 1, no mod 1. It's kind of, there's potential that either of those maps aren't really, pardon me, aren't aim. Potential. Okay, no, Hard Rock 1's aim. Or potentially control aim snap aim. But Buraomi map. Oh, one I have not seen before. At 160 BPM, I don't know if that's is that gonna be an aim map for or quite the aim map here for open rank tournament or almost open rank tournament of this one. Yeah, still waiting on the last band from Meowing Simulator. And might just see another speed pick. Nomad 8. Oh shoot, we got 8 Nomads? Jesus Christ. Alrighty. Well, there's our band situated here. Post the bands here, the band's control bands command. Those who didn't see. Alright, and with that, it's gonna be a first pick from Gort. And you know, I can see any of the speed maps, free mod 3, accidentally close sheets because I've not looked at the full, really. There's just too many maps to look at. Nomad 8 sounds like a tech map. 114 BPM. Yeah, I can see this like being one of those crazy crazy like aim maps potentially. Wait, oh, never mind, I was looking at it wrong. First pick is GT2. Certainly no surprising after seeing the bands from Meowing Simulator. This is not what I thought it was. This is oh man. How many times is this map gonna be used in tournaments if this is the set I'm thinking of? Okay, no, this is a set I've not seen before. But the song is definitely used a lot at the least. If I had to take a guess, let's see what the stats here are. 246 BPM. 10. Guess I really don't know what this could be. But just like any match here in Hippo Cup 8, 2 needs to at least go hidden. So if this is actually no, yep, I remember it's a Sanma stream map here. But I think like the first like half is kind of like just simple aim and burst, but you get into the Sanma kind near the second half of the map, where you just hear the piano solo essentially. Yeah, so it's kind of what I expect out of this map. I've not seen this set in particular, so I could be making a liar of myself. Alright, starting to see some of these players come in here from Meowing 7. Looks like they got their 4-player roster. Yeah. Landshark, Yukari Smug, Hit on Osu, Hunter versus the Captain Ryan Rothling, also known as Kirby Twister, Ryu, Clutch, and Reed Orimiya. All right, finally getting first map underway here. We started here a little bit late. Match just started at 14 UC, and first map is getting played now at 14:13, but it is what it is. All right, as I said, 2 players who have to go hidden. I'm going to see hidden Usu. First one go hidden for Meowing Simulator. And from Gort, we have Rhea and Reed Hori Mia be the hidden players for Gort. Again, in case anybody hopping in on the stream doesn't know, this tournament does use score V1 for win condition. So, yeah, it's pretty much, you know, you combo game or not. Act doesn't really play any favors here for anyone unless it's obviously of 8-way FC, then yeah, that would certainly matter. But right now it's just a difference of, actually at this point everyone holds combos. From what I can see, everyone holds FCs, and we'll see what happens once we get into the streams. And hit on Osu immediately goes down. There goes Landshark. There goes Ryan Rothling. 3 players on the side of Gort hold through that little stream / stamina section. It's going to be a huge lead for Gort. They're only ahead by 1 million, but it will grow pretty quickly with 3 FCs versus 2 right now. Hunter, you probably smug hold out for Meowing Simulator, so it's not over yet. It's like at halfway, half of the map left. And Landshark and hit on Osu did recover here. There goes Reed Hori Mia. That's going to be one of the FCs from Gort. They should start to even out the score just a little bit. So I think more supporting combo there from Meowing Simulator. There goes Ryan Rothling and Reed Hori Mia again. And that lead is going straight to the side of Meowing Simulator. And it is super close right now. Hitting on Osu drops, but still gives Meowing Simulator the opportunity to take the score lead, as they do have good big support combo from Landshark there, kind of making a difference in this match. And getting to the last streams, I believe. There goes Yukari Smug. That's going to be a huge combo from Gort. Rehorn me a trade, but that's not the trade you want if you're a Meowing Simulator. And there goes, okay, there goes everyone from Meowing Simulator. And yeah, the clutch. The FCs for Gort hold out through, and they're still holding. There goes Ryuya, but clutch combos should be enough here, especially no combo side Meowing Simulator to really match up against. Oh my lord, clutch. He is, you know, living up to his name. Okay, it does break at the end, but still kind of clutched that one for his team there. And yeah, actually gets about half. Clutch's score alone is about half a Meowing Simulator, so definitely put up really good scores there. And Hunter, actually with the highest AC here, 98%. Unfortunately, did find a break. It's got hard during the stream section to actually come back into the streams after breaking, so still pretty good. He was able to hold up his axe, so we're all clean picks for Hunter. Unfortunately, axe doesn't really make that big of a difference here for score V1. And after that, we get a Fremont 1 Talatory pick here. Okay, and this kind of just aim with burst. Let's see what the I'm thinking the right set though. Okay, I don't know. This graveyard set by Spartan here. If it's like any of the others, then I think I should. But no, that's basically just aim and burst. This was a Core States Grand Finals Fremont 2 in 2020? Yeah, 2020. Let's see what we're looking at here. AR 9.2, CS3. So yeah, it's just a just it's like the Fremont 1 in other tournaments, but it's Fremont 2 for Course Ace. But yeah. Neither mod should really have a huge disadvantage, but I can see probably most just gonna stay with the hidden here. Obviously, this HR is kind of a disadvantage unless you can actually, you know, FC and get and you just comfortable in general. But I can see this just being a it's gonna be a taking hiddens all around. And we're already seeing the rosters for both these teams come in here. Got Yukari Smug, Hidden Osu, Sam. Wandera Yints is gonna come in. From Gort, got Duhuchka, Clutch. Yeah, Duhuchka, Fedora Goose coming in here. Still waiting for those other players. All right, coming in here, and man, it's pretty standard, you know. You see Hard Rock hidden on your car spot, hidden on Usu, got Hard Rock and hidden. Actually, double Hard Rock on the side of Gort when on Clutch and Duhuchka, so that might be a disadvantage here for Gort, but before Hard Rock is high, it's CS3, so these circuits are actually pretty big for typical Hard Rock maps, so I can see Hard Rock actually probably could potentially be easier than hidden in general, especially when you have pretty sizable circles, especially for Hard Rock. I think it's about CS 4.2 maybe with Hard Rock potentially. I don't really know what the calculation here, but we're seeing a bunch of big breaks coming in from pretty much everyone here. And Fedora Goose and Wandera are actually the only FCs here in the lobbies, and you know, those two are actually putting up numbers for the teams right now. It's pretty much a 1v1 fight between Fedora Goose and Wandera, and there goes Wanderio to find the break before Fedora Goose, and Fedora Goose actually just holds on to the FC here, so it's gonna be a pretty sizable advantage for Gort going into his next bridge section here before we get to the next score, so gonna be able to put up some pretty big score gap here. I can see this map being pretty hard for hidden, because there is that pattern right there. Oh my lord. Fedora Goose does finally find the break, but it's not too big of combo. It's not Mountain Simulator to really take this one back, but if they do hold out, they should be able to take the score lead back. But there is a break from Yukari Smug and hidden on Osu. And there are trades all around from Gort, but that come up from Fedora Goose is absolutely the difference maker here in this matchup. And we still have a third of the map left, and we get to this big stream section here. We're seeing breaks all around. Wandera actually holds out through here, and it's a huge chain miss coming from Fedora Goose, along with the Huchka. Oh my lord, no one's stamina can keep up. And oh my god, it's getting super close here. Yukari Smug with the highest combo in the lobby, and multiple breaks come out of Gort. And there's a break from Yukari Smug, but the score bar is still going to the side of Meowing Simulator, and they take back the score lead. There's not too much map left. See if hidden on Osu can hold out to the end here, and it looks like he will actually breaks at the end, but it's not going to matter. And yeah, what a comeback performance from Meowing Simulator. It's not over yet. It's still only a million score difference, but everyone's breaking. And Wandera does have some sort of combo here, but he drops this immediately as soon as I mention it. But I do think that this will be going to Meowing Simulator here. After being down for more than 3/4 of the map, they do make a comeback here. That's really all that matters. So far, it's been yeah, just some pretty close matches here. Those first 2 maps to kind of just start off the stream. And yeah, it's gonna be Meowing or Gort's next pick. I think they might just continue on with the speed potentially. Really, any of the DT maps, there's or a couple other DT maps, there's free mod 3. For the second pick. I think that's the first 3 picks would be instant, but I think these guys are just practicing before their selection, which is quite typical, especially for like 4v4 matches. You want to make sure all the right players are all warmed up. And it's gonna be free mod 3. It will be that worship map. So we're going free mod after free mod. See different mods here. Yeah, it's just gonna be the typical kind of just speed core map. This I think this set in particular is I think it's the one that everyone knows of Xenobi. It's a star rating of 727, interesting enough. Let's see, circle size is 4, so, hard rock players won't have the comfortability of normal size circles. They will be going to CS 5.2. But luckily, I don't think there's way too much aim here, so it may not matter all too much. Seeing Rise Sage coming here for Meowing Simulator. And for Gort, Dushka, Rhea, Clutch, Fedora, all the typical speed players for Gort. So I do see Rise Sage in here for the first time. Well, hit an extra 100 plus, so not surprising. Last year from Meowing Simulator. And again, as a reminder for free mods, it doesn't have to be a, you don't need 2 hidden places, you just need 2 mods. So yeah, you could go, oh, got Dio in here.
Hey, good afternoon. I thought 19 UTC was 3 p.m. instead of 2 p.m. Please bring me back to UTC -4. And Yeah, how's this match been going so far? Looks
Right
like it's relatively close so far.
Yeah, so far, yeah, it's 1-1. Both teams winning the very first picks, which is not surprising considering what these picks are. Gort is continuing on the speed abuse, which worked out for them last time with DT2. We'll see how it ends up for them on Free Mod 3 on this Gorshit map. And so far, not looking too good. They are only down 300k, which is super small on Scorpion 1. So definitely a comebackable. And it looks like it's kind of even in combo. I can't quite tell, but I don't think that score bar is really gonna go anywhere until we see our next breaks come out here. We get into this next little, I guess you could call it dip spike. And Hunter is going to be the first one to fall here. There goes Yukari Smug. And now it's just a huge combo in for Gort. And they instantly bring back the score lead to their side. And they're going to continue to grow it quite rapidly as we wait for T-Client to refresh here.
Yeah, and I think this speed abuse strategy for Gort is probably pretty solid. A lot of very good speed players on their side. Clutch in particular was a pretty key player for Turkey OWC, as we maybe see Danilka, Dahushka, DCing here. I don't know how much it's going to matter, though. There goes Clutch, unfortunately, for Gort, and now suddenly there's not that much combo. And it's not a DC,
no.
It's just a lot of Bancho lag. All right, well, looks like he's fine, at least, which is good for the match, bad for the spectators, I suppose. We'll see what kind of combo Danutka is able to put together here, because there is pretty decent combo on Hidden on Os, and there goes Danutka. So now it's Hidden on Os with the only big combo in the lobby, Ryua matching Hunder, and Yukari Smug also on a slightly better recovery for Meowing Simulator. That said, it's a probably 10 million or so, almost 10 million score lead for Gort that Meowing Simulator will have to claw back, and that's going to take a while to go back over to their side. That said, down to 7 million now, and shrinking still as we see more and more misses just everywhere except for Hidden on Os, who's the only player to combo through that section. Danutka with a little bit of extra combo on the recovery, but it's just not going to be enough to even things out here. And that 10 million score lead is evaporated. 1300 combo almost on Hidden on Os is going to be enough to bring it over to the side of Meowing Simulator, but there goes that combo, and now it's just all down to the ending. It's score v1. There's enough time for this to come back, but there needs to be a little bit of combo somewhere on Gort. It's only on Ryua, and there that goes as well. Hunder to combo out during the end of the map from Meowing Simulator to take a break point on the second pick for Gort.
Oh, wow. Hit on Osu pretty much single-handedly won that point for Meowing Simulator. Without that kind of big combo there in the last quarter of the map, I don't think Meowing Simulator would have had the prowess to take that one back. But luckily came in clutch there for his team, and they earned their first break point on what should have been a very strong Gort pick. And we see the instant no mod 4 pick come out of Meowing Simulator to hopefully consolidate and get a breakpoint advantage over Gort.
Well, we'll see what they end up wanting to go with. Not sure so far what they have gone with. It is going to be Valhalla, the Nomad 4 here. This one was originally from OWC 2023 in, I believe it was semifinals, actually. Yeah, originally OWC 2023 Nomad 4 in semifinals. This is, I mean, it's a modern tech map. When you think of modern tech and new tech maps in particular, this is the kind of map you should be thinking of. It is very much exactly that type of map in pretty much every way. Lots of really tricky streams, lots of really high velocity, weird shaped sliders. Oddly enough, Hidden on this, I feel, kind of makes the map easier, so it might be beneficial for a couple of players to go Hidden on this time around. Players for both teams, I'm looking at players like Wandirio, players like Hidden on Os, maybe Costco Hot Dog, maybe Yensis or Landshark, maybe Yukari Smug for the side of Meowing Simulator. I think a lot of good options for them on this one. As for Gort, I do want to see players like Orke, Shadow Freak, Irema in on this. We'll see if they have another couple of players who are good to go on this further map. Going to be Danuka and Ryua to join in, it looks like. Oh, maybe not Ryua. We'll see.
It looks like it's Dora Goose for Gore. Not gonna lie, I don't think I've seen Shadow Freak this whole tournament. Kind of just spectating a couple of their Gort's matches. I don't think I've seen Shadow Freak come in once, but my memory could be getting the best of me. But unfortunately, we won't be seeing him. And talking about players who haven't showed up for matches yet from Meowing Simulator, I have not seen Koi Fishu play a single map for Meowing Simulator. Got all of our 8-player roster in here, and yeah, I expect Hidden on us to go Hidden, and Wandirio go Hidden, but it looks like that's not the case. Looks like it's probably gonna be Riley Sage going Hidden for a Meowing Simulator. Gort got Orke and what is that? Epima?
Irema.
Irema, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think this is actually not too long. It's only 2 minutes and 12 seconds, but I think this match is just gonna absolutely crush some of these players here potentially. I think once it starts, it really doesn't stop till we get to the end. But we get this little easy build-up section here before we get into some of the tough tech patterns. And looks like it's gonna be Yensis and Hidon Osu gonna be the first ones to fall from Meowing Simulator, and no trace from Gort, so it's gonna be a slight common advantage for Gort going into this right before the first Kiai. And there goes Yorke. The second the Kiai hits, he's gonna find a drop there. There goes Pim, and there goes Fedora Goose. A triple break from Gort to start things off here in the first Kiai. There goes Riley Sage trading that along with Yensis. And Wandirio, there goes Wandirio, and there goes a triple wipe from Meowing Simulator. Or not quite. Hit on Osu and Yensis are holding combos here, and there's no combos on the side of Gort. There goes Yensis. And Hit on Osu with the top combo in the lob here, holding out throughout this Kiai. And there goes a drop from him along with Yensis. Fedora Goose and Orke to trade it. The Hoochka and Pima are holding combos for Gort, and I think they have the combo advantage at this point going into the... Oh, nope. Goes to Hoochka. It's all up to Pemini here to try to take back the score lead. Quadruple wipe from Meowing Simulator. No combo on the side of Meowing Simulator. And there goes the Pemini the trade, unfortunately. So that's going to keep the score quite stagnant. Not too much, room left for Gort to try to take the score lead back. There is a quarter of the map left, but without combo to do anything about it, they might be just, stuck in the mud here.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I think that's probably going to be the point for Meowing Simulator. Gort just no combo, able to hold on through the ending in this map, and understandably so. It's not like this is an easy pick. Even during OWC, this was a pick that saw a lot of very contested points. Throwback to the match between the Philippines and South Korea, where Philippines almost actually took this point. South Korea barely taking this map and starting a comeback from there. So even during OWC in 2023, there were a lot of teams that were struggle bussing their way to the finish line on this map. And so no surprise that a lot of players are going to struggle on that map to put up a decent combo. Shout out to Yensis 530 combo, which is by far the highest in the lobby. Looked very, very good for Meowing Simulator, and you don't really need the ACK, right? It's score v1. Who cares? Still highest score in the lobby, even with the B rank. Accuracy be damned. It just doesn't really matter on score v1. And so Meowing Simulator, excuse me, now up 3-1 consolidated breakpoint, and ready to go into the next map here with the next pick up to Gort. Does make you wonder, after that earlier speed pick in the free mod pool, if they're going to stick with the speed or if they are going to try something else. Maybe a little bit of aim mechanics, maybe some precision, maybe some of the more gimmicky stuff in the pool. That said, with the early tech win for Meowing Simulator, it does maybe block off a little bit of this map pool. There are a couple of other more tech-focused picks in this pool that they may want to stay away from. Stuff like the Fremod 4, for example. Perhaps not the best of plays, but they could go for something a little more flow-aim-focused. That doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. Just going right into the DT2, Enna by dash 45. Some 225 BPM speed, stamina, and finger control.
I kind of figured they'll probably just stick with DT here. Worked out for them in DT2, which is obviously a different map from DT3, but I think they're just going to stick to their guns here and try not to give up another point, potentially. And is the song loaded? I don't hear it. Oh, there it is. Never mind. I did not do my due diligence and download the map pool beforehand. I can kind of expecting kind of just standard rosters for these two teams for DT. So for Gore, I expect Clutch Ryu, Reed Horimiya, and Ryan Roffling. Actually, no, it's is that Gore? Yeah, it's Gore. Brian's kind of in the mix today. And from Meowing Simulator, Hunter, Yukari Smug, Hit on Os, and Nemraz, or also known as Landshark, here for his name change.
Yeah, does make a lot of sense. Again, pretty set in stone speed roster, I think, for Meowing Simulator. Gort with maybe a couple of extra choices here, but should still be a pretty solid roster for them. Reed Horimiya, Ryua, Danilka, and maybe probably Clutch again, if I had to guess. Could be Fedora Goose as well, though probably Clutch, given how the last map went. So just waiting on a last player to come in for the side of Gort. It is going to be Fedora Goose, actually, instead of Clutch there.
That's actually quite surprising, to be honest.
Yeah.
Clutch's been living up to his name, at least for the picks he's been in for, so hopefully it's not a blunder on their side. Alright, well, I can pretty much guess the hidden roster for Meowing Simulator. It's going to be Hit on, also, of course. I think it's going to be a Riley Sage for Meowing Simulator for Gort. I think it kind of mixes between two, but it's going to be Reed Horimiya and Fedora Goose in here. I mean, it's not quite the, like, you know, hyper speed type map, so I guess I'm not too surprised, but okay, never mind, I'm wrong. I thought this was a more control pick.
Yeah, it does have quite a lot of finger control in it, but most of this map is just those repetitive bursts and short streams. So it's, again, a little surprising to see Fedora Goose in over Clutch, just because Clutch has been very solid, especially within OWC, and then, as you said, within this tournament, has looked very good for this team. It is an early break for Fedora Goose, but the accuracy climbing back up. The combo recovered very well, so probably not going to impact too much. It does give over an early million or so point lead to Meowing Simulator, which will continue to grow pretty quickly with Score V1, but a million points is really not all that much on Score V1 either, so probably will not be too big an issue. And there goes Hidden on Os. That's the first break for Meowing Simulator. One down out of the full combos for them. 3 left on the board for both teams. Yukari Smug Riley Sage and Hunder still on the full combos for Meowing Simulator. Reed Hormia, Danilka, and Ryua still on those FCs for Gort, but it's that recovery combo now for Fedora Goose, doing a lot of work, bringing that score back to the side of Gort and making it so that they are in full control of this map. There goes Riley Sage. Fedora Goose will trade it out, though. So it's 3-2, actually, in the full combos. Gort still with 3 FCs alive. Reed Hormia on 91 accuracy, but still combo gaming their way through the map. No more, actually. Does find the drop right after the break halfway through. It is 2-2 now in the FCs, and combo lead with Meowing Simulator on Hidden on Os.
Yeah, that from that last break, that should start to go to the side of Meowing Simulator with the support, obviously more supporting combo here. And you still got Yukari Smug and Hunder. Matchups FC, there goes Hunder! The last FC to go from Meowing Simulator. Luckily, Yukari Smug still hold his. And there's a trade from Riley Sage also for Fedora Goose, the only one for Gort to break there after those trades from Meowing Simulator. And now it's just going to be a very solid combo lead for Gort. There goes to Hoochka, though, but Ryua still holds the FC along with supporting combo on Reed Hormia. There goes Yukari Smug. All the FCs from Meowing Simulator are now gone. Hit on Os does have a pretty significant combo, but it's not going to stand up to the FC on Ryuya. And it's a 4-0 score lead for Gort. Still got a quarter of the map still to go. Anything can happen really on Scorpion, and we'll see if a break from Ryuya and hit it on Ol's hold. There might be a chance. Meowing Simulator plus support combo on 100, but there goes Hunder. There goes Yukari Smug and Riley Sage, and it's just hit it on Ols with any sort of combo. There goes Ryuya. Oh, is there time? Oh no, there's not. Well, there could have been time, but hit on Ols did find a break towards the end, and that kind of dimmed the light of any chance for Meowing Simulator to take this one back. And Gort's going to be getting the second point on the board after giving up the breakpoint advantage for Meowing Simulator. Still not out of this yet. It's best out of 13. Still kind of early into the match.
Yeah, so it does end up working out once again here for Gort. They do end up winning that map. It is a little bit dicey at points during that map, with combo lead going the way of Meowing Simulator a couple of times. But they are able to come out on top in the end, largely due to the big combos from Ryua and Danilka. Reed Hormia also putting together a very solid combo during that map up to 854, but looked a little dicey with Hunder and Yukari Smug putting up some good scores of their own. Yukari Smug actually top scoring the lobby there with that highest combo. And now we go into Free Mod 2 for Meowing Simulator. Rubik's Cube, the Extreme Diff. And this is the Lego Man set, so this is the one with all of the very weird-looking streams. Lots of gimmick flow aim in this map, and that's really the name of the game here, is just the gimmick flow aim and how strong your team is overall on that flow aim check.
Wouldn't be a Hippo Cup pool without, some certified hood classics here, such as Rubik's Cube. Man, I think we might see changes here. I think Yukari Smug, Fedora Goose are gonna stay in here, along with Duhushka. It's kind of just been the tapping roster. I don't know if Clutch is gonna come in here. I don't think it was in on Free Mod 3, if I remember, so might leave him out for that. But yeah, you see Ryan Rothman come in here, also known as Kirby Twister. But he just might be lying sitting here, because I don't think Kirby Twister quite plays maps like these.
See if he ends up staying in for it. For Meowing Simulator, I again think this is a pretty good pick. The previous No Mod 4 did have quite a lot of those really gimmicky streams, so not too far off from what we've already seen in this match. And looks like they've got their roster locked in here. Yukari Smug, Wandirio, Hidden on Os, and Riley Sage. As for Gort, Danilka, Ryan Roffling, Clutch, and Fedora Goose in for them. And I think that's also a pretty decent roster, so this should be a relatively close map. But Meowing Simulator definitely with the on-paper advantage, especially looking at... personally, a little less familiar with Riley Sage than with the other 3 players on their team, but I know Yukari Smug, Wanderio, and Hidden on Os are all pretty good at this kind of thing. So let's see how well they're able to do here. Double Hidden and a Hard Rock, it looks like, for Meowing Simulator. Both Hidden on Os and Riley Sage choosing to take that Hidden, whereas Yukari Smug just on the Hard Rock as well. And the free mod rules for this tournament are a little bit different. You just need 2 mods. So you don't need to have 1 Hidden, 1 Hard Rock. So there's somebody taking a comfort mod on the side of Meowing Simulator, whether that's the Hard Rock for Yukari Smug or the Hiddens for Hidden on Os and Riley Sage. Gort with just 2 mods, 1 Hard Rock and 1 Hidden on Danilka and Fedora Goose, respectively. Early break for Fedora Goose on the Hidden on the side of Gort as we get into things, and you can see exactly what this map is about from these patterns here at the start. Just tons of Axel, D-Cell, wiggly, flow aim streams at a pretty low, I believe 173 BPM for this map. 174, excuse me, off by 1.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised to see more hidden players on here than Hard Rock mods, to be quite honest, just because of how crazy the flowing can get. And typically what we usually see on these types of maps, that if you miss once, you're like almost bound to like kind of chain this the rest of the stream, but it doesn't seem to be the case here. The hidden players are, doing quite good. They're holding pretty decent combos. And we do see more breaks coming out of both sides. So you see from Luchka, there goes Fedora Goose. That's going to be break by, and Ryan Rothling is going to break also into Wanderio and hit on Osu to hold on to the FCs. And it's just going to be a very big advantage for Meowing Simulator, especially going to this next little death stream section here. Wanderio hit on Osu, still holding on with pretty good accuracy at that too. Wanderio on the no mod, of course, hit on Osu with the hidden, and oh my lord. Still holding. Do see breaks come out. Yukari Smug there. Will be traded by Clutch and Ryan Rothling. And there goes Riley Sage. But as long as Wanderio hit on Osu holds, it really doesn't matter who else on Meowing Simulator holds. But of course, not going to say no to supporting combos. And yeah, it's really no one outside Gort to really compete up against Wanderio hit on Osu. It's a 15, almost 16 mil lead for Meowing Simulator. Still got a third of the map left to go. And there goes hitting on Osu to find a break on some of the wiggle bursts there. And still Wanderio to hold the FC, so they're still in pretty good hands. And yeah, it's really no combo besides Clutch on the side of Gort, but that's not going to compete Wanderio. Wanderio finds the FC drop there, but I don't think the combo is going to be good enough for Gort for a comeback. And yeah, there they all go. And I'd say this one's got a sign, seal, and deliver for Meowing Simulator.
Yeah, the ending of this map is a little bit tough. I think even if Clutch had held through this section, it probably would not have mattered, because we're probably seeing breaks from just about everybody here as we go into the ending. There goes Yukari Smug to start things off. There goes Ryan Rothling. We'll see the next one. There goes Fedora Goose with a huge chain miss. There goes Hidden on Os and Danilka. There goes Clutch. There goes Riley Sage. Wanderio, can you hit the ending pattern? Nope, not going to be the case. And every single player in the lobby breaks on the ending stream pattern there, which is pretty much to expectation. That map at the end of it gets very, very difficult. So not surprising whatsoever that everyone finds breaks. That's just kind of par for the course on this map. And unfortunately, about right before that ending stream section, the current game state is pretty much going to be set in stone unless it is extremely close going into the ending. And so Meowing Simulator already with a big lead at that point in the map, not going to be in any danger of losing the lead, not going to be in any danger of losing the point, and going to be putting a fourth one on the board, now 4-2 over Gort, still up just the one break point from earlier on Xenobeat. We'll see if they are able to keep that break point alive. So far, so good from Meowing Simulator, who just has to win their own picks from here in order to win the match without going to tiebreaker and send Gort home out of the tournament. Gort, on the other hand, looking for wins on their own picks, looking for wins on at least one of Meowing Simulator's picks as well in order to at least get to the tiebreaker. They're going to try that with DT5 Leia by Megarine Luca, not by Gao. This is a pretty old map. It's on the Mafia Master set of Leia, which was ranked in 2011. And this is a Gao map. It's a pretty unique style. Lots of low spacing flow aim jumps, lots of nearly stacked bursts with huge spikes in aim difficulty where you get mostly symmetrical pattern aim out of Gao maps. But a lot of those flow aim jumps can be a little bit trickier than you might expect, especially on this kind of density. This is 285 BPM AR8 DT. So very, very combo dense, which can make reading a challenge for some players if you do struggle with that object density a little bit. It's a type of map that doesn't really exist a lot anymore, and it makes for a very unique challenge for a lot of players. And a lot of times the older speed players tend to be a lot better served by these kinds of maps than some players who started playing a lot more recently.
Expected a DT map kind of meowing, or Gort. I meant, didn't I expect DT5? I would have expected actually DT4. It seems the highest BPM map out of the DT pool, but I don't know if Vexation's even a speed tapping type map. So, you know, this map did make sense. As you said, it's a lot of bursts, very combo dense, object dense. So this could play out in Gort's favor. But we'll see. Meowing Simulator is still up a breakpoint, so you know, Gort's gonna have to not concede really any more points as we get into the back half of the match. So in Gort's best interest, obviously, not to give up any more points, and instead they do have to get back one of those breakpoints from earlier to help force that TB if we do get into a situation like that. And seeing our 8-player roster, got Yukari Smug, hit on Ulse, under Landshark, obviously hit on Ulse, and Yukari probably gonna go on the hidden. Dora Goose and I believe Greenhorn and Mia are gonna be the hidden players for Gort.
Yeah, likely to be the case there. See if Gort can continue building this streak of wins on speed maps. Again, already given up one breakpoint on the speed, so if something like this doesn't work out, then suddenly the strategy for Gort really starts to look a little bit rough here, and they may want to switch over to something else. We'll see if this ends up paying off, if they can do the same on these higher BPM, more mixed mechanics DT picks, as on some of the more straightforward speed picks. As a lot of this, yeah, it's the high BPM burst, but you can see some of these aim patterns are pretty tricky. Does catch off Reed Horimiya and Clutch on the side of Gort. Early breaks for Hunder on the side of Meowing Simulator. Alongside looks like Hidden Monos and Landshark breaking right at the start. Another miss for Ryua, actually also right at the start of the map. And it seems like Fedora Goose and Yukari Smug, the only ones on the FC so far for each team.
Looks like I expect to see this many breaks early onto the map. There goes that break from Landshark, missing on aim, under aim, one of those jumps there. We see more break, another break coming from Hunter there. Will be traded by Clutch. He's missed on the aim, but he's not gonna miss on the tapping, that's for sure. And yeah, still a pretty good advantage for Gort. It's 3 big combos against 2 on Meowing Simulator. And with another break coming out of Hunter, it's only gonna extend their advantage there, but Reed Horimiya does trade one of those, so it's 2 big combos versus 2, but with a slightly better scoring combo on Clutch to kind of keep the score bar in check. And oh, there goes Yukari Smug. That's one of the big combos from Meowing Simulator. And
oh man,
with Fedora and Ryo still holding on, it's going to be a very huge advantage, especially on how score V1 scales as combo gets higher. And yeah, it's looking good for Gort here. This was kind of could be potential coin flip for Gort, as this is an aim map and they banned out aim, and there goes a break from Fedora Goose on that 15 note stream there. I couldn't quite count, it was too fast. But
yeah, it's a lot of breaks all over the place. I mean, Yukari Smug, Hunter, Landshark all broke at once. Landshark breaking again now. Reed Horimiya and Fedora Goose both breaking on that burst there. It's Ryua and Hidden on Os with the only big combos just about matching each other, not even on the FC. But extra combo on Clutch for the side of Gort is going to keep things solidly in their favor. And there goes Hidden on Os as well. And yeah, you know, Cheese, as you said, it's maybe a little bit more coin flippy with a lot of the aim requirement here. But turns out a lot of the misses on this map are just going to come from the bursts for a lot of these players. And so it ends up favoring Gort pretty heavily because of the really high speed requirement on a lot of these bursts. To be able to hold combo through these patterns really does require that speed element. Both Ryu outscoring anyone in the lobby, getting that top score above Hidden on Os. Fedora Goose outscoring 3 out of 4 of the members on Meowing Simulator. Same for Clutch, also above that 4 million score mark. And so, you know, with the top 3 players on Gort all outscoring the bottom 3 players on Meowing Simulator, it's generally a pretty good map for them. Very, very solid points and good pick for Gort. And it does seem like they can continue going into that speed skill set, as Meowing Simulator probably going to bring us back to the gimmick flow, and maybe into some tech or alt with this next pick.
Yeah, I don't know exactly which maps would fulfill those skill sets there, to be quite honest. I'm still kind of familiar with the map pool, but I can see something like Nomad 6 kind of fulfilling that requirement potentially. But I've not really seen any no mod maps picked. Every pick that we've seen so far has been modded, so I don't know if they're allergic to no mod or what. Oh, waiting though. It's 4-3 right now. Gort's only down by 1, but still down that breakpoint advantage to Meowing Simulator, so maybe they can turn around things here as the picks start to dwindle, but it's still kind of pool's still kind of heavily favored towards Meowing Simulator, as a lot of the speed picks are going away from Gort. I think they only got like 1 or 2 left before they kind of run out those speed picks, but we'll see. And with Meowing Simulator, not only they have the control, but they still got a couple more aim maps to potentially pick against Gort also. And we're going to see Nomad 3 getting picked from Meowing Simulator. It's going to be song by Aleph. I don't know if that's the actual player or just someone also named Aleph. Not too sure.
I'm gonna hope it's not the player. That'd be a little odd, but yeah, Delirium. This map here is another tech map. Actually, it is a lot more sort of aim control focused, with quite a lot of stream aim in this map. Quite a lot of cut stream aim in particular. A lot of really tricky wiggle streams. And a lot of like doubles cut patterns as you get later on into the map, if memory serves. It's been a while since I've seen this map in a tournament pool before, but a lot of doubles cut slider patterns, which can be really, really tricky to deal with for a lot of players.
Definitely see that, but I can also see Meowing kind of, all they gotta do is just outperform Gort here, so if there's struggle on both teams, you know, Meowing Simulator is probably just hoping to struggle less. But I don't know what players come in here. Are definitely probably gonna see players like Orke here, who's already in here, and Pema kind of come in. They were in here for kind of like the last control pick, so I'm surprised to see those two in here already. Who else you gonna see? It's probably either Reed or me or Fedora Goose potentially. That looks like I'm wrong. It's gonna be Ryuya instead. Gonna be seeing Wandera coming back in for Nomad 3. And you're probably spawning Yensis and Riley Sage, kind of like those core players for Meowing Simulator. That might not be Yensis after all. Kind of surprised I see Costco Hot Dog though yet. Unless he's just not present for this match.
It doesn't seem like he may be present here, so we'll just have to potentially go without him for this match in the case of Gort, as haven't seen Costco Hot Dog throughout the match so far. In the meantime, though, Yukari Smug, Hidden Anos, Wanderio, and Riley Sage in for Meowing Simulator. Ryua, Orke, Erema, and Danilka in for Gort. Let's get into this map. It's a tough one, and it's also a long one. It is 3 minutes and 47 seconds just in drain time. So quite the long map as we get into things here.
So 170 BPM all patterns, which could also be pretty draining. Could be kind of a stamina slash consistency check also. So far through the opening patterns there, everyone kind of makes it out with an FC. Slight score advantage for Gore as they hold, better accuracy overall. Gonna be seeing Orke Apima on the hidden. And no surprise, see hidden on hidden along with Riley Sage. And still no breaks to see quite yet. But it is a long one. All of them hit these slider patterns. Oh, there goes Riley Sage, the first one to slider break. There are no ticks, so you don't really have to follow the slider. You could cheese it, but something unfortunately drastic happened to Riley Sage. And he's going to be the first one to break with no trades, so it's going to be about 500k score lead before going into this. And they still hold the 4-way FC even through a lot of these control patterns. But there goes 6 breaks or 4 breaks right off the back. Hidden, Riley, Apema, and Dahuchka. It's going to be Aria, Orke, Karsmung, and Wanderio to still hold out the FCs here. There goes Orke and Ryu, a full team wipe from Gort. And Wanderio is the only player. Okay, never mind. Spoke too soon. Yeah, no one's holding throughout any of these patterns here. But right now, it's Gort. As they already had the score lead, they're going to be able to hold on to it as we see pretty much full team wipes from both teams happen right here. Looks like Hidden on Osu is able to kind of come out a little bit better than most as he does hold on to the 300 combo. And he's going to be able to get the score lead back for Meowing Simulator. And he's still holding. No one else is holding except for him. And he's doing it with Hidden on too. This is an absolutely crazy clutch performance from Hidden on Osu. He's still holding. I don't know what to say. Okay, I was gassing up too much. My bad.
Yeah, but there's still combo on Wanderio and Riley Sage for Meowing Simulator. Rema was holding for Gort there, but no longer. It's Danivka and Orke with some combo for Gort, and the score lead is not huge. There goes Riley Sage, but Danivka will miss right afterwards. Orke also following it up with another miss, and it's Wanderio and Yukari Smug now with best combos in the lobby. And Meowing Simulator, during the first half of that map, it felt a little bit dicey. Gort was ahead generally during the first half of that map, but Yukari Smug, Wanderio, Hidden Anos, Riley Sage all taking turns, building up some combo, bringing the score back to their side, bringing the lead back to their side now by over 4 million team score, which doesn't seem like a ton on Score V1, but it's basically an extra player compared to Gort. You look at the average score on their side, it's around 4.5 million or so. So for Meowing Simulator to have that kind of a score lead, that's basically +1 player for Gort as compared. So they would need to really bump up the overall scores in the combo on their side. They are going to get a little bit of free combo through this section. So if you hold for a little while longer than your opponents during this next stream part, you can be rewarded for it. But that early break from Orke not going to help too much. It is matched by Hidden Anos, but there go Rema and Danilka. And I fear it may be over for Gort on this map.
Definitely not come back, well, especially with more crazy patterns coming up now. And I don't know what Wanderio is doing right now, but it's not legal. This, call the cops. This guy is doing something crazy. Does finally find the break though, but after seeing what he done, certainly can't blame him for it. Yeah, it's just gonna be another point for Meowing Simulator. Again, their 5th point on the board, still up that breakpoint advantage. So Gort's kind of running out of time here. And running out of good picks left, so they gotta find that breakpoint very soon. I mean, DT...
Unfortunately for them. Yeah, go ahead. It's let's see what else they have left up in the DT pool.
Like I said, I don't know if DT4 is quite the speed map. It is 297 BPM with a minute long, but I just don't know if that map is actually like, super having tapping or what. There's not really any speed on Nomad pool, so it's really only just the DT pool they could potentially abuse. Nomad 7 is 211 BPM, but I don't think it's going to be quite fast enough to try to abuse them. And, looking at the Hard Rock pool, they really can't do any speed abuse from the Hard Rock pool either. So that's really all they have left here is this ET4 potentially.
Let's see if they end up wanting to go for that DT4. It is 297 BPM. So potentially a solid pick for them, given how we've seen the other really high BPM map go in that DT5. If they can do something solid on that map, it should be pretty good for them. Other than that, like you said, there's not a lot of other speed left in the pool. Hard Rock 1's high BPM, but it's just an aim map. Speed free mod's already been picked. That was the break point, and it was banned, apparently, for the Hard Rock 1, so not going to be something that they can deal with. Going to be the Nomad 5 instead for Gort. Bit of an unexpected pick here. The AR7 Nomad reading map. Chronodiver Nornir by LED. This is a little bit unexpected, given how this match has gone so far, with Meowing Simulator picking all the gimmick stuff and Gort picking all the speed. Not normally something that you would ascribe to a lot of speed teams, but there are a lot of speed players who also happen to be good at low approach rate reading in the tournament scene, generally speaking. And a couple of them on the side of Gort as well. Players like Fedora Goose can be very, very strong on that. There's also a couple of other very good low approach rate reading players on their team. Players like Reed Horimiya, Orke, pretty solid at it as well. So it's not entirely out of left field for this pick, though it does seem a little weird on paper.
Yeah, Reed Horimiya, Fedora Goose, Orke, pretty expected lineup for Gort, and I think Redma's gonna probably be that fill player potential. Actually, nope. We see Shadow Freak in here for the very first time. Gonna be that niche player to potentially be the kind of the wild card here for Gort. Gonna be expecting a lot out of them. From Meowing Simulator, I imagine hit on most one Dario, Riley Sage, and I think Under, if I remember correctly, he's one of those pretty good gimmick low AR players, if I remember correctly. Just listen to this song here. Is it like one of those crazy, low AR gimmick maps? Or I'm not gimmick maps, crazy slider maps?
It's much more from my. It's been a while since I've looked at this map, but from my memory, much more just aim and burst, but extremely high density with a lot of finger control and overlaps. So. A little bit more straightforward, but in terms of the shapes of patterns, but still a very difficult map to read.
And unfortunately for 4 players out of this 8-player roster, they do go 4 of them do have to go hidden, so probably gonna be the ones who struggle the most potentially. it. And yeah, the modded player is Riley Sage and Hit on Osu did not load up there. Alright, well, those were real breaks. You know, it's a early event for Gort. Is this a short map? What do you see? Mod 5? This is a minute.
I believe so. Yeah.
So not all too short, but still kind of short. They're just hitting on Osu, Shadow Freak, Remna, and pretty much the whole team do have pretty solid combos. Remna does find a break, but we're about hitting on Osu. And there goes Orke, and now things are starting to shape up for the side of Meowing Simulator as they take back the score lead. There's Riley Sage, one of the big combos gone. And it's only Shadow Freak on the side of Gort with any sort of combo. And he's up against Hunter and Jensen. So let's go Hunter. So now it's just a 1v1 battle with a recovery combo on Reed Hormia and Orke. So they should come back to the side of Gort, but there goes Shadow Freak. Kind of like that play that should have been the carry player for Gort. Does find a break, but can you blame him? He is on hit on, what, AR7, so can't really blame the guy. And Jensen still holds on to the FC with a little scoring comment from Riley Sage, but it should be good enough with what's going on the side of Gort right now. And oh my. If Jensen doesn't break, you know, Meowing Similar just takes another break point away from Gort. And we're getting down to like the last fifth of the map here, and no signs of Jensen's letting up here. And I think at this point, there's really no comeback potential for Gort.
Yeah, I think at this point it's pretty much over for them, and unfortunately for Gort, Meowing Simulator now with yet another breakpoint up match point now, 6-3 against Gort. This is a loser's bracket match. If Gort lose this next pick, if they lose any of the next 4 maps in a row, they will be eliminated from the tournament. Meowing Simulator, I mean, anything besides speed, they've already won in this pool, right? It seems kind of like the world is their oyster here with this next pick. On the low AR, on tech maps, on more slider-focused maps, on more gimmick stream-focused maps, they've won a lot of them, and every single one of those types of picks so far, along with one of the speed picks. So even if you pick something a little high BPM, you don't necessarily favor Gort just because of the BPM. It has to be the style of map that works in the favor of Gort here, and unfortunately there's just none of that style left in the pool right now, and all of the remaining options pretty much are good on paper, I think, for Meowing Simulator. So let's see where they are most comfortable going into next, as there's quite a lot of options still left even at this stage of the match.
Making up a good point. Gort was only able to win on speed, and out of a 20 map pool, only like 4 or 5 of those maps are speed. And with Meowing Simulator right at match point, you know, and really no more speed left, they're kind of up against a brick wall here. And we're gonna see Nomad 7 pick from Meowing Simulator to try to kind of seal the deal here. And they took a gamble on the Nomad 5, hoping to get one over on Meowing Simulator, but unfortunately it didn't work for them. And it kind of ended up how I expected, with Meowing Simulator kind of doubling the score of Gort. But do what they can with what they have left. We're gonna have Hisui by Bofu 2017. And isn't this a stream map? If I remember correctly.
I think so. I think this is mostly streams. Yeah, this is the Nomad 7. It is 211 BPM. It is mostly those stream mechanics, but I mean, should still be a solid overall pick for Meowing Simulator, just because of, again, the fact that, you know, BPM's not necessarily exactly the determining factor here for some of these players, right? It is very often the map style that ends up becoming the determining factor. And so with Meowing Simulator already having won on something like Xenobeat, I don't think this is a bad pick for them at all. Something a little bit more mixed mechanics like this can be very good for them.
Yeah, I believe they already picked Xeno B and they actually lost to Meowing Similar, which is the first breakpoint that Gort gave up was Xeno B. But yeah, I think Gort should be able to put up a pretty solid score on this no mod 7. I believe there's really not too much flowing to it, so I think there's definitely some high potential for Gort to get back one of these breakpoints here on no mod 7. But you know, they still got, even if they do win this one, they still got 2 more maps to pick to force that TB on Meowing Similar. And after this, I think we just run out of tapping maps. So this, we'll see what happens here if we even get to that point. And getting started here. Of course, Riley Sage channel is gonna go hidden. Fedora and Orc on the hidden for Gort. And I guess we'll see what happens here. This could be a quite the close one, though it's only 211 BPM. Naturally, the mechanics team might have the edge here. First breaks come out of Yukari Smog, traded by Raid Horimiya. Slight advantage for Gort as Hidden wants to find this weird early break error, and Riley Sage is going to be the last one to break. And that's going to be a huge combo advantage for Gort as all the players from Gort kind of hold out here. There goes Fedora Q's and Orc, both the Hidden players do drop, but it is traded by almost everyone outside Meowing's simulator. And there goes Clutch, and it's just Raid Horimiya, the only player to hold on. And they break also, but kind of looking at it right now, I think it might be kind of neck and neck here on combo. Can't quite tell, can't math that quickly. But I'm looking at the combos here a little bit more close. I think the Simulator does have the counter advantage here. So we're gonna see some of that score lead start to chip away from Gort. We're halfway into the map, halfway to go. Guess we'll see what happens after we get through this little aim section here. Hopefully no slip ups. It should be okay. Get back into it. And we do find breaks from Orke. There goes Yukari Smug. And
but everyone on Gort is gone.
Oh no.
Everyone on Gort misses on that pattern, and now Wanderio and Riley Sage holding combo here. They have the opportunity to bring this back in the last quarter of the map to close things out. Riley Sage will find the break. It's all on Wanderio right now. How long can he hold? How long can he bring this back? How far can he touch the score lead and pull it back to their side? And he's continuing to combo through this section. There's misses all over the place for everyone. Finally, Wanderio goes down, but the end of the map is upon us, and the end of the road is upon Gort, it seems. No combo on anyone on their side. And Wanderio with that clutch combo right at the end, going to be the one to end the line for Gort there, end their tournament run, and send them home, moving Meowing Simulator on to the 3rd round of the losers bracket.
What a match here. Unfortunately, Gort was only able to get 3 points on board. They ran out of speed picks, and unfortunately, there was not enough map pool left for them to really pick into. It's definitely a map pool favored towards Meowing Simulator, but you know, out of the 20 map pool, when only 4 has speed, you can't just be good on mechanics. You're gonna have to be a little bit more rounded, especially when you have a team size 9 here. But yep, with that, Gort will be eliminated in Meowing Simulator. We'll have one more match after this, as is second round of lose bracket. And yeah, next match is at 23:30 UTC. That's at 6:30 our time, Dio.
Yes, thank you. I will remember that one for sure. Don't know why I thought this was 3 p.m. Anyway, that'll be it for us for now. Thanks everyone for watching. Congrats to Meowing Simulator on the win. Thank you to Gort for playing. Thanks to Stream. Thanks to Cheese for streaming and for the cast as well. And we will see you all back here at 23:30 UTC for the next matchup in the semifinals between John Porler and Carlos and 8.
Yeah, nothing left for me. I will catch y'all in about, what, 3-ish hours? I don't know what time it is right now, but yeah. I'll catch y'all later. Bye-bye.